Speaker of Parliament omukyala Anita Amongi Nalongo asanze akaseera akazibu olunaku olwaleero mu Parliament. Ababaka bonna bamwekyukidde ate ne bamutabukira nga bamutegeeza era nga bamubuuza ebibuuzo nti yeeyita ki ye atayagala ku gavumenti ya USA tebuhabulwa esome alipoota ku bantu 18 ababuzibwawo ng'abantu bano tetubogerako bwogezi wabula bali ku likodi nga ne famire zaabwe zeeyogerera. Buli omu abuuza lwaki Speaker wa Parliament ayagala abantu bano kubanga boogerwako, kiki kyazibiikirira, kiki kyayagala gavumenti y'omumpembe ebeere ng'ekola kubanga abantu bano bannayuganda era tulina obusobozi bwonna, tulina amaanyi gonna agalaba nga tugatta amaloboozi gaffe tusobole okulwanira baganda baffe bano n'ekitujja enviiri ku mutwe nti ye Speaker wa Parliament abitwala nga bya mubalaato obulamu bw'abannayuganda bwali mu kuzannyiramu ate nga n'ekyo ekifo mwatudde bannayuganda ffe abamulonda okumusobozesa okubeera mu ekyo ekifo. Naye tulina ebibuuzo bingi twebuuza lwaki Speaker wa Parliament Anita Amongi buli kimu akikola mu kubalaaja mu kukola kyayagala, kiki kyayagala okuyisaawo buno bulamu bwa bannayuganda ye tabwagala oba tugambe nti ye wanjawulo nnyo ku bannayuganda bangi. Speaker wa Parliament wongera okujjukiza eyo Parliament gy'otuddemu mulimu bannayuganda abasindikayo ababaka baabwe babeere nga babayimirira eyo nga naawe abantu b'e Bukedya gwe baakusindikayo obakiikirire ne bano waliwo abantu basindikayo naye tulina obulumi olwa famire z'abaganda baffe bano abasinga okubanga bawambibwa boosiwo eyakuteekawo kubanga kimanyi naawe tukimanyi bulungi naawe wooli wajjawo lwa musaayi singa tegwali musaayi gwa muganda waffe Jacob Olanya singa nawe toliwo naye lwaki otwalira abantu wansi gwe weeyita ki Anita Amongi olowooza gwasoose okucacanja ne Museveni oba gwe tugambe nti oli wa waggulu nnyo. Bino byonna obikola bino byonna bikolebwa n'akaseera kwammwe kajja mugenda kuwulira ku buzito bannayuganda nga beekyanze nga buli omu agamba nedda kikazi ekyo twakikoowa ono twamukoowa nga tubafubutula nga tewali naye tuyinza baddiramu kubanga mukoze ebintu ebiswaza mukoze ku bannansi ebintu ebitasaayire naye nga ffe tuli b'amaanyi era tumanyi nti one time tugenda kufuna obwenkanya. Mathaasi Mpuuga Nsamba tweyanza nnyo mukama waffe webale kuyimukawo tulabe nga tulwanira wamu ne bannayuganda. Ebigambo byogeddwa Mathaasi Mpuuga Nsamba ye ebigambo buli kimu akikoze era bano abakubye ewaluma tweyanza nnyo mukama waffe webale nnyo webalire ddala ate tukyagenda mu maaso n'okubanja baganda baffe n'okubanja mikwano gyaffe. Bano balowooza nti bategeera nnyo era balowooza nti balina kutegeerera munnayuganda naye tubagamba nti ekimala kimala.
Corruption by OO reported to police of the then missing 177 persons and directed his intelligence to publish the full list, a directive that has since been defied and downplayed. 4-year-old Jacqueline Narwanga.
There. Can he refer to which page did the minister indicate? Because rejoinder, you don't bring new things. But there are a number of new things that has been brought. Now, like on this one of cow dung and when a dung is on the number plate, you may not even know whether it's a human dung or a cow dung. Going into the specific, which page?
I am honorable Law. You're making a rejoinder on what the minister responded to. And in the report of the minister, I did not see my district. And I'm a woman member of parliament for that district. I will defend it to the latter.
Honourable Speaker.
Let's talk about abducted people, because there's nobody abducted from Bukedea.
Honourable Speaker, the beauty is that I went to the same law school we went to, and we all understand the concepts of rejoinders. He's just trying to divert me from presenting this, and I know his game. He's serious at what he's doing, but I want to assure him that I'm equally serious.
Honorable Bukedea was not included. You withdraw Bukedea.
Right, Honourable Speaker. The whole idea,
Law.
That's why
you listen to your attorney. Bukedea was not involved. Let's not go into something.
Right, Honourable Speaker, for the sake of tranquility and peace, and to avoid interruption by OO, who is deliberate on disrupting my presentation, we shall use the other examples and drop Bukedea.
So you've withdrawn Bukedea?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, no, yes, withdrawn Bukedea.
That this parliament takes a precedent, even for the future, on how we can manage reports and counter reports.
Yes. Another one.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable, she has allowed me to speak. Right Honorable Speaker, we all have senior 6 or equivalent that allows us to be in this house, and therefore we understand the English. Right Honorable Speaker, what we expect as a house, that the leader of opposition should respond to what the minister presented on the floor of this house. That's what a rejoinder is. Yes, all of us have been to school. All of us have been to school. And nobody should attempt to take us back to school. So could you guide, Madam Speaker, that the leader of opposition restricts himself to respond to what the Minister of Internal Affairs presented on this floor? But when you start saying the Attorney General was in Geneva and so forth, you're on a fishing expedition. So we want your guidance over that matter, because we are keenly listening and we are going to respond. And we shall respond to what he has brought, not bring new issues. Not
Honorable
new
members.
issues, yes.
Honorable members. Now for you, just come. Your children were here looking for you. First, wait. Honorable members, the leader of opposition brought a report to this house. And government was asked to respond item by item. Now, after government responding an item by item, where they felt they were not satisfied with what government responded to, strictly on what was brought on the floor. Strictly on what was brought on the floor. A rejoinder is a response to the response that was given. So the rejoinder that you're giving is responding to what General Muhoozi gave, and strictly should be to what General Muhoozi gave. Not bringing in the issues of Bukedea, Kaodang. Was that?
Guidance, Madam Speaker. Guidance, Madam Speaker.
Yes, You're conflicted.
Me?
Yes,
I'm
you
not-
first sit. You're making a guidance on my ruling. Okay, let me give Nwagaba to speak, not you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and I thank you for your ruling. In a rejoinder like the leader of opposition is making, you are not limited to responding strictly to the response by the other party. But you can, in responding to that response, you can expound. And what the leader of opposition is doing is just expounding when he is rejoining.
Can I have Kiror? Or Kiror?
I want to
Or Kiror?
thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want really, you know, when we go to law school, we should not apply the law understanding of the law selectively. If we choose
To what benefit?
to what
for one?
benefits you, that would be very mean of us. We have you can be senior, but you have not read the law and understood. You get it? You see? Right Honorable Speaker, I think let's apply the rejoinder in the strict sense. We have chosen to use the word rejoinder. If an application has been filed and somebody has done a reply to that application, and the court gives you the latitude to do a rejoinder, it is not to open the Pandora box. No, you rejoin to certain specific issues which have been raised in the response, which you want to clarify on. But you don't broaden it. And those are the rules.
Honorable Fox? Fox?
I thank you. I thank you, Right Honorable
Can
Speaker.
I have silence?
Right Honorable Speaker, matters of human rights should never divide us. We should all speak with one voice when it comes to matters of human rights. And we should be candid, we should be honest, we should be truthful. Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Nwagaba was 1 year behind me at law school. I have known him for a very long time. And the Honorable Nwagaba knows that a rejoinder is restricted to matters already canvassed. The matters must have been dealt with, and you only rejoin to matters that were raised. Right Honorable Speaker, the law.
Fox, is there a difference between a reply and a rejoinder?
Yes, Right Honorable Speaker.
Because what he's talking about is a reply.
Right Honorable Speaker, you are absolutely right. And what we are dealing with this afternoon is a rejoinder. The law, whom I respect immensely, should do us a favor and restrict himself to the matters that the Minister for Internal Affairs raised. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, when you're making a reply, you often suggest and make a thorough response for one to believe whatever you're saying. You can even go beyond what was mentioned. That is a reply. But now when you look at a rejoinder, it is restrictive to what was raised, the objective of what was raised. Honorable Law, why don't you give your response to what was raised?
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you. Actually, I can confirm. I can
tell you to stand up.
I can confirm, Right Honorable Speaker, that many a member did not read the minister's statement. In fact, the subtitles I am offering in my rejoinder are picked from the minister's statement. I can confirm they did not read it.
You respond to the minister's
And
statement.
I am surprised that they are supplying a diversion to this house. Each of these subtitles is picked from the minister's statement.
You respond to the minister's statement.
Yeah, and I would like members to really pay attention. And I'm trying to look for the source of the discomfort, and I'm not getting it. Honourable Speaker.
Please go ahead and reply the minister's statement.
Honourable Speaker.
It's on page 11. You tell them the page where you are.
Trying to remind members that the subtitle I was handling is titled Detecting Registration Number Plates of Vehicles in Security Missions. Because the minister said that the public is duty bound to detect and report car number plates. And I am reporting a serious disability to the public in detecting these car number plates. Is that an import? It's not an import. So, Honourable Speaker, I am responding in very strict terms so that the House can understand the factors under which the minister's demands of the public are improbable and out of space. Honourable Speaker, the BBC documentary entitled 3 Killings in Kampala clearly showed clues on the police vehicle that was involved in the murders along Kampala Road in the Central Business District, which is dotted with cameras. If the security cared to apprehend the crew on UP 99917, it was upon them to rely on the CCTV footage to trace the movement of this particular vehicle. The police have the capacity and infrastructure to revisit the CCTV records of November 18th to 20th to detect the route of the killer patrol cited in this documentary. I am privy to the fact that, Honourable Speaker, the same security operatives heavily relied on these CCTV records to trace for suspected protesters, as well as crack down on MOP activists who would later on be disappeared by drones. It is therefore deliberate that security does not track its own errant personnel, despite the presence of CCTV equipment to do so. The last time we checked on the killer patrol, UP 99917, was stationed at Katwe Police Station in Kampala. The Internal Affairs Minister should be able to effectively use this information. Honourable Speaker, alleged uncooperative attitude of relatives of the missing victims. Honourable Speaker, the government indicates that their recently deployed team of detectives disguised themselves as an NGO to retrieve information from the relatives of the missing persons. The minister did not satisfactorily delve into the ingredients of what their intelligence NGO obtained from the bereaved families of the missing 18. The details of the identity of the NGO are a mystery, and so is the said report, which I would so wish to be tabled before Parliament, Honourable Speaker. The people have always been free to share information, their despair and the agony they are going through in search of their beloved ones, to the extent of visiting the perpetrators at CMI, international bodies like the defunct UNHRC, State House, political party offices, and UNHRC. In the course of seeking redress, Honourable Speaker, they have shared confidential documents and even spoke to the media. I invited the House to follow the documentary, The Missing 18, authored by my office, and I have also attached video evidence to ascertain the existence of these families and their willingness to testify to their missing loved ones. Honourable Speaker, prosecuting errant officers. The government has been deliberately declining to prosecute errant security officers who commit atrocities, but instead elevates them in rank. Because, Honourable Speaker, this response is in part to respond to the minister stating that they have been acting on their errant officers. And we are saying not at all. Instead, they have been promoting them. And by doing so, promoting impunity. For instance, former Masaka RPC Enoch Abayine, who shot and injured the journalist Arasef Kashidi, was transferred and promoted to the environmental police in Luzira. The same Abaine is known to be a Ritho with blood stains in his hands. During the 2017 age limit rally held in Rukongeri, Abaine allegedly shot a 19-year-old man. Instead of being interdicted and apprehended for
yeyo embeera bw'eri mu Parliament. Mathias Mpuuga Nsamba, Leader of Opposition, abadde nga asoma alipoota era alipoota agisomedde bano kinaaba gye bali okutunamu alipoota eno ne babaako response enjawulo gye batuwa ate nga